Rain smashed my helmet like a hammer on an anvil, relentless and cold, drenching me to my core on February 20th, 1968, and there I was, Johnny Carter, 20, soaked through, my muddy hands trembling as I clutched Mom's first letter, the envelope limp and wet, her handwriting smudged but alive, a lifeline from a world I'd left behind. A week back, February 13th, I clawed my way out of that foxhole, my olive drab fatigue stiff with jungle mud, my boots sloshing in puddles, bugs screaming in my ears until I thought I'd lose it. My M14, the only thing keeping me from breaking under a fear that chewed me raw. Now, at Camp Enari, the sky ripped open, dumping water like it wanted to drown me, the red dirt turning to slop under my boots, and I stood under the tent's sagging edge, my breath fogging in the damp chill, my heart thudding hard as I held her words. Ohio, Mom's kitchen with its coffee steam, Dad's barn smelling of hay and oil, Marion's giggle over warm cookies, all locked in that paper, pulling me back to a life I could still feel in my bones. Back home, rain was soft, tapping the porch roof while Mom stirred soup. Dad kicked off his muddy boots by the door, Marion splashed in puddles with her wild laugh. Here was a monster, roaring over me, soaking my fatigues, but her letter cut through it, a quiet voice, warm and steady, stirring a homesickness so deep it clawed my chest, made my eyes sting, brought me back to nights I'd forgotten, to a past I wasn't sure I'd see again. February 20th woke up gray and mean, the clouds hanging thick over Camp Enari, a heavy shroud that pressed the air down, damp and sticky against my skin, a warning of rain I could smell coming, sharp and earthy like wet fields back home. I've been back from that foxhole hell for 7 days, a week of slogging through patrols 2 miles out, my fatigue still streaked with red Pleiku dirt that wouldn't wash out, my boots crusted with jungle muck that clung like glue, my M14 a constant ache on my shoulder, its strap cutting a red line I'd stopped feeling. The ambush from February 12th stuck with me. 50 rounds fired blind into the green, bullets snapping past my helmet, Peter's blood pooling on the leaves 20 yards up, his scream in my ears, and the foxhole night February 13th lingered worse, bugs buzzing loud enough to drive me crazy, my hands shaking every time I shut my eyes, my chest tight with a fear that wouldn't let go. Camp wasn't rest. Tents flapped in the wind like wet flags. The latrines stink hit me 10 yards off. Guys hollered over dice games in a mess tent. The red dirt turned to mush under my boots. My cot groaned every night. Tommy's snores 3 feet left a rough hum I'd grown to need, a tether to something human in this mess. By 1300, the rain started, a light patter at first, tapping my helmet like a kid's fingers, then a full-on assault, sheets of water slamming the ground, turning the red dirt into a river that sucked at my boots, my fatigues soaking fast, the olive drab dark and heavy, sticking cold to my legs, my arms, my back. I'd been hauling ammo crates with Big Mike, my hands raw from the splintered wood, my arms burning as I heaved the boxes, my breath puffing white in the chill, the rain stinging my face like needles, my hair plastered flat under my helmet, dripping into my eyes. Big Mike tossed crates like they were nothing, his big hand steady, his voice cutting through. "Move it, Carter, ain't no Sunday stroll." His boots splashing 5 feet right, his silver ring caked with mud, his fatigues dripping dark. Eddie trailed 10 yards back, his glasses fogging up, his small frame hunched under a crate, his voice a whine. "This rain's gonna kill me." His boots slipping, his M14 banging his hip, the supply tent 20 yards off, its canvas sagging wet, flapping loud. The rain a roar, my shoulders screaming, my mind slipping. Ohio rain, soft on the barn roof. Mom's voice, "Johnny, get in here." Dad's boots thumping the porch. Marion's laugh through the drizzle. Then, at 1400, mail call broke through the storm. Hayes' voice barking over the downpour. "Carter, you got mail." His cap dripping, his scar slick with water, his boots splashing as he tossed me the envelope, soggy and bent, the ink smudged, but hers, Mom's handwriting, a scrawl I'd know blind. My hand snatched it, shaking hard, the paper cold and wet, my heart jumping, my throat locking. "Thanks, Sarge," I rasped, my voice lost in the rain, my boots slipping as I turned, the tent 30 yards off, a blurry green shape in the haze, my only dry spot, my chance to hear her again. Tommy slogged beside me, 3 feet left, his red hair plastered, his helmet crooked, his grin faint. Mama's boy, huh? His boots squishing, his fatigues dark, his hands jammed in pockets. The rain pounding, my fatigues dripping. The red mud grabbing my boots, the camp a mess. Tents sagging, crates soaked, choppers silent under the storm. The air thick with wet rot. My fingers clutching the letter, my chest tight, my breath short. Her words alight, I chased through the flood, a piece of home I'd fight to hold. I stumbled to the tent, my boots sloshing loud. The canvas sagging 10 feet up, water pooling at the edges, dripping through seams onto my helmet. Ping, 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 the red dirt inside a slick mess under my feet. My M14 thudding my back, my hands trembling as I ducked in, the air stale and damp, the smell of mildew and sweat thick, Tommy trailing me, his boots squelching, his voice low. You reading it now? I nodded, my breath ragged, my eyes on the envelope, the paper soft and tearing at the edges, my fingers fumbling to hold it, the rain drumming hard, shaking the tent, my heart racing, my mind flashing. Mom at her kitchen table, pen scratching, coffee steaming beside her, Dad's boots by the door, Marion's laugh outside. The Ohio rain tapping the roof, soft, steady, not this beast. Eddie slumped 10 yards off, his cot creaking, his glasses off, his hands rubbing his face. Lucky bastard, he muttered, his voice tired, his fatigue soaked, his boots dripping. Big Mike sprawled 4 feet right, his bulk sinking the cot, his hands flipping a wet cigarette. Better be something good. Carter, his drawl steady, his fatigues dark, the tent leaking, drops hitting the floor, my boots in a puddle, my fatigues dripping, my hands shaking, the letter cold, wet precious, a thread to a past I could still smell, coffee, hay, wildflowers, a home I'd left but never lost. I stood by the flap, my boots sinking, my fatigues dripping, the rain slashing 10 yards out, the camp a haze of wet green and red, my hands trembling as I held the letter, the ink blurring. Johnny from Mom, February 10th, 1968. 10 days ago, a world away, my chest tight, my eyes stinging, the rain a wall, the red mud swirling, my M14 leaning 5 feet off, its barrel wet, my fingers tracing her writing, my breath hitching, the downpour loud, a mirror to the ache inside, homesickness sharp, cutting deep, a knife I couldn't pull out, a pull back to Ohio, I couldn't fight, not here, not now, not under this rain. Under the tent flap, my boots sank in a puddle, the rain hammering 10 feet up, a steady roar shaking the canvas, my fatigue soaked, cold against my skin, my hands trembling as I tore the envelope, the paper ripping wet, my fingers clumsy, my heart pounding. February 20th, 1968, and Mom's voice was here, my grip, pulling me out of this muddy hell, back to Ohio, back to her. I unfolded it, the ink smudging under my thumbs, her words bleeding in the damp, my eyes squinting in the dim light, the tent's bulb buzzing 10 feet up, flickering faint, my breath short, my chest tight. Dear Johnny, she started, her cursive shaky warm, a lifeline I'd ache for, my knees wobbly, my boots sloshing, my M14 leaning 5 feet off, Tommy watching 3 feet left, his helmet off, his red hair dripping. What'd she say, Johnny? Things are quiet here, she wrote. Dad's wrestling that damn tractor again, cussing the bolts like they're out to get him, the barn roof's leaking now, drips into the hay when it rains. I saw it. Dad in his faded flannel, sleeves rolled up, wrench slipping, pipe clenched in his teeth, smoke curling slow, the barn's tin roof pinging under Ohio drizzle, his growl, this hunk of junk's gonna kill me one day. My lips twitched a half smile, my eyes stinging, the rain outside loud, my fatigues cold, my boots muddy, the tent creaking, the red dirt slick, my hands shaking, my breath fogging, my mind there, Dad's barn, the hay bales damp, the smell of oil and earth, his hands steady rough, teaching me to fix the gate when I was 10, his voice, hold it steady, son. Marion stopped by Sunday, she went on, brought oatmeal cookies, asked about you, said you better come back tall and strong, not all skinny. Mary, and her brown eyes bright, her laugh ringing, her hair bouncing as she ran through the field, cookies warm in her hands, her voice, Johnny, catch me. I swallowed hard, my throat dry, my chest aching, the rain drumming, my fingers gripping the paper, the ink smearing, my breath catching, the tent damp, the air heavy, her smell, Wildflowers, sugar, summer. Fading under the rot here, my heart twisting, her face clear, close gone. Your room's waiting, she wrote. Bed made tight. Your glove on the shelf. Gathering dust now. Window rattles when it storms like it's calling you. My room. Blue walls peeling. The creaky bed I'd flop on after chores. The baseball glove Dad gave me at 12. Leather cracked. The smell of grass and sweat. The window shaking in the wind. Nights I'd lie there, staring at the ceiling, dreaming of cars, girls, anything but this. I blinked fast, my eyes wet, the rain slashing 10 yards out, the camp a blur, my fatigues clinging, my boots sinking, the letter trembling, my mind lost. Home, the quilt Mom stitched, blue and white, the gloves weight. In my hands, the windows song, summer nights with crickets outside, safe, warm mine. We're okay, she added, but it's too quiet without you, Johnny. Dad don't say it, but he misses you. I see it when he stares at your chair. Empty at supper. Dad, his silence at the table, his fork scraping the plate, his eyes on my spot, his hand on my shoulder after a long day. Good work, son. My chest tightened, my breath hitched, the rain pounding, my fatigues dripping, the tent flapping. Tommy, shifting 3 feet left, she good? I nodded, my voice gone, my eyes locked on her words. The ink fading, my heart cracking slow, deep, her love await, a pull of warmth I couldn't hold but felt in my bones. I pray every night, she ended. You stay safe, you come home. We're waiting, Johnny, always waiting, love, Mom. Praying, her by the bed, Bible open, her fingers tracing the worn pages, her whisper, keep my boy safe, Lord. I bit my lip, salt and blood on my tongue, my eyes burning, tears slipping down, mixing with rain on my cheeks, my hands shaking, the paper soft, tearing, my boots muddy, the tent leaking, drops hitting my helmet, ping, 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 my M14 silent, the camp loud. Choppers 300 yards off, shouts cutting the storm. The rain a wall, my breath ragged, my chest heaving, homesickness a fire, burning. Me raw, Ohio alive in her words, slipping away, the downpour washing it, my heart open, aching hers. I read it again, quiet without you, and saw them. Mom at the stove, bacon popping, her apron dusted with flour, Dad in the barn, hammer clanging, Mary in at the table, cookie crumbs on her chin, their voices a hum, warm, close, drowned by the rain, my tent shaking, Tommy 3 feet left. You okay, Johnny? I nodded, my throat locked, my eyes wet, the paper crumpling, my hands trembling, the rain relentless, my boots sinking, the red mud swirling, my M14 cold, my heart warm, torn, her words a rope, a home I couldn't touch, a past I lived in, real sharp, fading under this storm. The rain didn't let up, pounding Camp Enari all day. February 20th, 1968, a gray curtain over the tents, the red dirt a swamp under my boots, my fatigues drenched, my M14 slung wet, Mom's letter tucked inside my shirt, soggy against my chest, her words a heartbeat I carried through the storm. I'd read it under the tent flap, my hands shaking, my eyes wet, the downpour roaring 10 feet up, the camp alive, choppers thumping 300 yards off, blades slicing faint through the rain, jeeps splashing mud 50 yards out, guys cursing wet socks, the air thick with damp and rot, my boots sloshing, my helmet dripping, my breath fogging, the cold biting my fingers, my heart heavy, her voice echoing, we're waiting, Johnny. I trudged slow, my boots sucking mud, my fatigues clinging, the tent 5 yards off, my cot a promise, my M14 thudding my back, the letter warm against my skin, my mind split, Ohio's soft rain, Mom's stove, Dad's boots, Marion's laugh, a life I could still smell, coffee and hay. Tommy caught me 3 feet left, his red hair dripping, his helmet off, his hands fumbling a cigarette, the match hissing wet. Gonna spill what's in that letter, Johnny? I shook my head, it's mine, my voice low, my chest tight, my hands brushing the letter, the rain pounding, the tent flapping, the red dirt swirling, my boots sinking, the camp chaos. Crates soaked, canvas sagging, guys under ponchos, their shouts sharp, my breath short, my eyes drifting. Mom's coffee pot, steaming on the counter, Dad's pipe smoke curling in the barn, Marion's giggle as she ran through wet grass. Eddie slumped 10 yards off, his cot groaning, his glasses fogged, his hands rubbing his knees. This rain's hell, he muttered, his voice rough, his fatigues dark, his M14 propped 5 feet off, wet and gleaming. Big Mike sprawled 4 feet right, his bulk sinking the cot, his hands tossing a soggy deck. "Quit your whining, kid." His drawl thick, his ring muddy, his boots dripping, the tent leaking, drops plopping, my boots sloshing as I sat, my cot creaking, my fatigues cold, my M14 beside me, my hands on the letter, my mind slipping. Dad's barn, hay damp, the smell of oil. Mom's kitchen, bacon sizzling, Marion's cookies warm, crumbling in my hands. The day dragged. 1500, 1600. The rain steady, the camp blurred, my boots muddy, my fatigue stiff, my helmet dripping, my hands tracing the letter, my breath shallow, the tent humming, guys laughing, cursing, the air wet, the stink of sweat and canvas thick, my heart aching. Home, Dad's share empty at supper, Mom's hum over the dishes, the field wet with dew, Marion's voice, "Johnny, look at the stars." Hayes stormed in, 20 yards off, his boots splashing, his cap soaked. "Patrol's off, stay put." His voice hoarse, his scar slick, his hands shaking a poncho, the rain loud, my cot creaking, my fatigues dripping, my M14 cold, my letter warm, my eyes heavy, the camp stuck in the storm, my boots sinking, the red mud a mirror to my exhaustion, my hands clutching her words, my past alive, clothes slipping. By 1800, the rain eased, a soft patter, the tent leaking still, my fatigues damp, my boots crusted, my M14 beside me, my hands on my knees, the letter safe, my chest tight, the camp quiet. Chopper still, Jeep stopped, guys snoring, the air cool, my breath slow, my mind drifting. Ohio, Mom stove, Dad's hands, Marion's laugh, the rain a bridge, a wall, my heart torn, my eyes wet, the tent dim, the bulb buzzing, the day fading, my homesickness sharp, burning, a fire I carried through the mud, a past I couldn't let go. February 20th, 1968, left me soaked and hollow, rain drenching Camp Enari, my fatigues dripping, my boots muddy, Mom's first letter pressed against my chest, her words bleeding through the wet paper, each one a stab of homesickness I couldn't shake. A week back, February 13th, I'd climbed from that foxhole, mud to my elbows, bugs screaming, fear choking me, my M14 my lifeline. Now it was her handwriting, smudged and soft, pulling me to Ohio, to Mom's kitchen with coffee steam, Dad's barn with hay and oil, Marion's laugh over warm cookies, a life I'd left behind. The rain fell all day, my tent leaking, my cot creaking, Tommy ribbing me 3 feet left, Eddie moaning 10 yards off, Big Mike steady as a rock, the camp a soggy blur, my heart heavy, my hand shaky, her love aglow, I held tight, a warmth I couldn't wrap around me. 5 days on, February 25th, I'll sit with Eddie, cracking rations, cold beans and dry crackers, sharing spoonfuls under this tent, his glasses fogging, his voice quiet, the first friend I'll claim here. That's a head, tin cans, a shy laugh, a tie in the mud, and I'll carry it forward, step by step, her letter close, my tale unspooling slow.